I love them all over the house, and I especially love them for holidays. So Mother's Day weekend is this weekend. My mother-in-law is coming today. My husband's picking her up from the airport, and we're going to have all kinds of fun stuff waiting for her when she gets here. And of course, no Mother's Day would be complete without some beautiful flowers in her room. I don't like spending $75, $80, $100 on flowers when I can just arrange them myself for, you know, little or nothing. So that's what I'm going to do. Again, I am using grocery store flowers. I was at the Safeway and they had roses on sale, 12 pink ones for $9.99. And I got some little fillers here. I got some of these little fun things. I think they're called Hyperchium or something like that. So that's what I'm going to use. I keep all vases, like when people send me flowers, or if I'm out at like Michael's and I see something really fun and funny that I want to use, I buy it, because the little glass vases don't really cost that much money, $2, $3 max. This is called a tulip vase, and you see it's a pretty pink color too. It's called a tulip vase because, of course, it looks like a tulip with the stem and the bulb here. This is really good for flowers shaped like tulips, or if you want to do something really big and make a nice little presentation or something. It's going to be really fun, I think. And I'm going to tie it off with ribbon, of course, and I think I've decided on a really pretty pink. And I got this ribbon off of a box or something. I always keep the nice ribbons when I get packages and gifts, and you know, if gift wrapping is free, when I order something, I always get the free gift wrapping, so I can take little stuff like that. So the first thing I'm going to do is to measure and cut my roses to where I want them to be. And to do that, you stand them up next to the vase and just see how tall you want them. I want them to be, you know, kind of tight, but I want some height in it, and I don't want to see any stem, so that's going to be what I'm going for. So let me get to cutting. A lot of this stem is going to be inside the vase, and I don't want any leaves in there. When you have foliage in the water, they tend to deteriorate really quickly and make the water icky, mucky, and you know, all that good fun stuff. So you just simply remove the leaves. You can cut them if you want to, and just pull them off, you know. I'm country, you know how we country people do it. So there we have it. Now I have a little flip down here. I'm gonna flip that up. And that's going to be the height of the first 4 roses. And see, that's a nice height to get started with, right? Everything is, you know, pretty level. And then I'm just going to build from there. It's going to be cool. I can't wait. One thing that you should keep in mind, that I've got a good start going so far on building it. I need to do my fillers now. But as you're taking out the roses, pay attention to what the rose looks like. They're grocery store flowers, so of course everything is not going to be a perfect flower, because if it was a perfect flower, it would probably be in a really expensive flower shop somewhere waiting on some sucker to go in and buy them. Because if it was a perfect flower, it would probably be in a flower shop somewhere waiting on someone to come in and buy them and give them to their mommy. Well, we're not doing that, of course. So you pick out the nicest flowers and you put them where they will be, you know, more visually appealing. And then the other ones, you kind of tuck away, hide them, and sometimes you might have to just toss them. I was pretty diligent when I searched for this particular bouquet of flowers, so I kind of looked over all of them and found the ones that I thought were the nicest set of flowers, so I'm pretty good. Next, I'm going to add the fillers, and I picked these. I picked these because there's different colors. You can see there's some dark red, some with some little yellowy, and here's some really deep with a little purple to it here. Looking at it, I decided that I didn't want any leaves on these, so I'm just removing all of the leaves from all of them because I don't think I need that much green in it. And you know, I can do what I want. My flowers, you know. I can do what I want. I can do what I want. I can do what I want. I decided just to wrap the ribbon around, so, you know, just make something fun. Sometimes a bow is kind of fussy, and I didn't want to do it. This is really great because you can deliver it in person. If you're lucky enough that your mother lives in the same area that you live in and you're going to see her for Mother's Day, this is really cool. You can take it by her job tomorrow if you'd like to, or just deliver it to the house on Sunday when you go over for Mother's Day brunch or go to pick her up for Mother's Day brunch. But what do you do if you don't live in the same city as your mom? And a lot of people aren't. Well, if you go online and you order flowers, gosh, it's just ridiculous to me how much shipping costs. I mean, you pick out some flowers and then the shipping cost is just, the shipping and delivery costs are just as expensive as the flowers are. So one thing that I do is I identify an actual flower shop in the area the person who I want to send flowers lives in. And I call them, I order some flowers over the phone, have a pretty good idea of what you want. I go to teleflora.com and they have a really good listing of all kinds of different flowers. And that way you can tell the people, oh, I'd like an arrangement with some of these and some of these and some of these. And then you give them a delivery address. And if it's local, you give them enough time, and it only costs, you know, maybe $10 to deliver. So that's always a really cool thing too. Another thing is don't go for the same flowers that everyone else goes for if you're ordering online. Everybody wants to send their mother a couple dozen of roses, and of course for Mother's Day and Valentine's Day, those kinds of things are super expensive. Go for a flower that is beautiful, really pretty, will bring a smile to anyone's face, and just isn't the same thing that everyone else is getting, and you'll probably get a much better deal. Know your flowers. If you don't know, again, go to Mr. Google. Google some flowers, see, oh, I like that flower. And then when you're talking to the designer on the phone, you know what it is that you're talking about. You're like, you know, oh, I want some lilies, and I want to, you know, put a few fillers of hypercurium in there or something like that. And so it kind of helps, and then you're visual. Another thing that's pretty good, when you have flowers delivered for someone, have them take a picture of the flowers and send them to you, because I find that a lot of times you kind of get cheated that way, because you know what you paid for, but you never see them when they're delivered, so you don't know if you got what you paid for. So, you know, have them take a picture of them just so that, and email it to you just so you can see what it looks like and you feel comfortable that, you know, you weren't cheated. Anyway, I hope you have a wonderful Mother's Day. I'm going to play with this a little bit more. I have a picture at the end of here so that you see how it ended up looking and being placed in the room and everything. I'm really excited. I have lots of really fun things planned for my mother-in-law for Mother's Day. My husband and I are going to spoil her rotten, as all mothers should be on Mother's Day. And I hope you're going to have a fabulous one. And if nobody's going to get you something for Mother's Day, get yourself something. Hell, why can't you give yourself a gift? I give myself a gift all the time. As a matter of fact, I have 2 dogs. I don't have children, and my own dear mommy is gone. So I got myself something for Mother's Day. Why? I mean, I'm a guardian to 2 dogs. I mean, I deserve something. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Okay? Okay. Mwah! Happy Mother's Day. I hope you're having a fabulous day, and I hope that this kind of helped you in trimming the fat off of your gift-giving budget for Mother's Day. Smooches!